Welcome to the Sold Too Early Sports Card Podcast, where the only April Fool's Day joke we play here is my life. That's Kai. I'm also Kai. Welcome back to the podcast. Happy April Fool's Day, everyone. Kai, how the hell are you doing?
I'm doing good. I need to go back and watch last week's episode. I still haven't watched it yet. If you're going to mention anything, I don't know what was going on.
So to be fair, that was my fault. Last week was a bad week of work. My computer, my keyboard had broken. It was not going to be a good episode if I was around, so I ended up recording it on Wednesday before 6 p.m. I kind of talked through like a lot of older collectors that I know who I'm like personally friends with are feeling kind of burnt out by the industry these days. And I get it. I understand why. And this actually goes back to a conversation you and I were just having before the podcast started. I have gotten very good. I'm not great at it yet, but I've gotten better at taking the emotions of this industry out of my day-to-day life because I was starting to feel not burnout in a way, but like I understood like why someone could get there. And I'm currently working through kind of how to do that in like a more productive way because this industry is becoming extremely cutthroat lately. And I think from a business perspective, we're in a phenomenal time. But just getting your emotions out of it will separate you from being a quality dealer who buys, sells, and trades, whatever else, to a great dealer, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I think a lot of people kind of feel that way because, I don't know, for me at least, I have not done much cards the last few days. I mean, I've done my normal, like looking around, trying to buy some stuff, but like, I don't know. I just took, a couple of days to kind of sit back a little bit more than I usually would and just relax a little bit, do some other stuff, get organized, but I think we had such a big run up with baseball that it was kind of a little bit overwhelming for people that do a lot of baseball stuff.
Yep.
And I think I don't want to say stuff's like coming down, like crashing or anything, but you can definitely tell some stuff's starting to get where it should be compared to where it was a few weeks ago, and that definitely affects some people, especially if they have a lot of that player set or whatever it was. So I think some balancing is due here.
Kai, I made the joke on opening day of baseball. First off, I know you watch as much baseball as I do. I know the Braves are bad right now, but whatever. But like, I made the joke in our group chat. Hey, opening day's here. Fuck baseball. It's football season time. And it's not really a joke anymore either. Cause like now that baseball's here, no one who's investing serious money in these prospects is watching them play in AA. It is not happening. Like the Caglione break.
Well, it's funny too, we're kind of, I don't know if we're skipping over basketball, but no one's really talking about basketball.
They're buying Anthony Edwards. They're buying, SGA.
Amen Thompson.
Yeah. Well, Amen is just like, I wouldn't buy him right now. I think it's too hot. SGA, I could understand buying. I could understand buying Anthony Edwards. I was actually bidding on a Orange Prism rookie that was going for sale. It ended at like 2 p.m. today, and I didn't get it. It was just the comps didn't work out in my favor. But like I really am not seeing a ton of basketball conversation going on. It feels like we're just buying the same players that we were 8 months ago, and it doesn't really matter, which is fine. Season's gonna wrap up soon, at least for most of the teams. Playoffs will begin later this month or in May.
I think we have 8 more games left,
something like that. So a couple weeks from now.
Yeah.
March Madness is obviously going on. Like I personally don't care about that. I think all the 1 seeds got through, which is kind of boring.
Yeah.
So
that's the second time ever, I think.
That's kind of boring. I mean, okay, there's no Cinderella story to get behind there. It's just interesting. Like, no one is going to sit here and watch minor league baseball. Like,
there's some sickos, Dave.
No one really is going to go and sit and watch minor league baseball. Yeah. Like, I get it. But I've not seen anyone talk about Paul Skeens other than selling his sports cards. I don't even know how he pitched in his first game this year.
I don't either. That's funny that you say that.
Like, I'm going to quickly check. I can tell you how Roki's done, and he's done pretty bad. But
did you see, I think it was last night, that Ellie used the new bat for the first time and went 3 for 5 with 2 home runs or something?
Yeah, I was having this conversation with Lane. And also, by the way, Paul Skeens in his first start this year, he went 5 1/3. 2 earned runs, 7 strikeouts, 2 walks, and he got no decision. Okay, but quality start.
What you expect?
Fine. Yeah, exactly. Roki's struggling this year. I expected that.
Trying.
I think I definitely think there's nerves with him, and I'm not shocked by that at all. But I haven't said this on this podcast. Give him like this year is gonna be a wash for him. I expect like high fours for his ERA this year.
I feel bad because like I like Roki a lot, but it's so easy to be like a Roki hater since he went to the Dodgers.
I get it, but like as someone who like really kind of like fixated on that last year and 2 years, honestly, at this point, like he'll be fine. It's going to take a lot of adjustment, more than Yamamoto.
Yamamoto's what, 4 years older than him?
I think 3.5, 4 years. Yeah. But like he was also like, there's a reason why he won the Cy Young in Japan a couple times. Like he like had accomplished everything he needed to do. Roki didn't, but Roki at his peak could be the best pitcher on the planet. And I think that'll be a very interesting conversation if he is able to reach that peak, and you have like the Pirates be good one day, which is not going to happen. Let's just say Skeens gets traded. Like Skeens gets traded, they're facing each other in the World Series on some other team, like whatever.
I was going to say, like, we need to have a World Baseball Classic where everyone plays again.
It's going to be interesting. Like I know that's next year actually at this point.
Something like that. Oh, they're doing Olympics again, right?
I
think they're bringing it back.
So the World Baseball Classic's every 3 years. I don't know how it's going to work out with the Olympics because 2026.
Yeah, it's during the season too.
You're probably going to have like independent ball players play for the USA. I mean, the World Baseball Classic worked out pretty well, and that was in March.
Yeah, they do it basically as their spring training, kind of.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. I mean, that's going to be something that is just going to pop off again.
If we get American pitchers, that's going to be exciting.
Well, it's just like in the NBA as well. Like you have the most dominant players predominantly in the U.S. playing for the U.S. team. Now, sure, there's other countries that can build an incredible line of players. Frankly, the Dominican Republic is probably better, but, like...
Yeah. I just know last time, like, we had a bunch of position players, but none of the pitchers like played. We had a bunch of like 35-year-old pitchers.
I get it because like you need to keep pitchers on like a proper rotation. If they don't get enough innings or enough pitches or whatever else, you're gonna have issues in the regular season. So like I get it from a perspective, hitter wise, like whatever. You're just you're hitting. Like it's not the end of the world. It'll be interesting though. I mean, like 2 years ago was Ohtani striking out Trout. That was literally 2 years ago.
That's what I'm saying. Like we get like Skeens, Garrett Cole, like Spencer Strider against like Yamamoto, Ohtani, Sasaki. Like that's crazy.
And Shota, don't forget him.
Yeah, and Shota. Like we have a bunch of good There's way more American pitchers than I even named. But like,
what's the guy in the Buffalo's name that I like? Oh my god,
Yamashita, Shunapeta or whatever.
Yeah, Shunpei Yamashita. That's a name. That's a deep pull. Keep an eye out for him. I have a true gold and a true orange PSA 10 that I pack pulled from MPB.
He's gonna be. I don't know. Is he? He's like 23, I think. 24.
He is, I believe, 22. I'll tell you right now.
He's like in between the two, I think.
Yeah, Shumpita he's 22, July 16th, 2002.
He's gonna be good.
He's already quite good. But that's a different conversation. Like, there's a reason why I bought as much MPP as I did, and I kept a lot of it. Now, some of it's mostly gone. It's a lot of Roki left, but like the players I kept were for a reason. Moving on though, like when I think about this industry as a whole, I feel from a business perspective, it is as strong as we've seen post that like 2021 bubble, which I think at this point in time, we've all reasonably accepted is gone, which in a way is better. Like an industry where a base Prism card was $600 of a player is not healthy. If LeBron James Topps Chrome PSA 10 pop 5,000 or 40 grand, you have a problem. That is not something that is sustainable. And a lot of people lost their asses on that type of stuff, which is frankly just expected. And I think now we've gotten to a point where our industry has gotten smarter in some ways and dumber in others.
Yeah. I mean, we think we were talking about that at Dallas, that Mikey sold one for like 40 grand or something. That's how I remember that. But that whole time was, I don't think I don't think we see anything like it. I was mentioning it in the chat the other night, but like I think we've kind of gotten a new evolved version of that with like people trying to find the next thing to like pump up like that. And I think now it's like random one-on-ones just to say it. I don't know. People like buy these what it's like nebulas, blacks, whatever it may be, and then just ask like 4 times what they paid for it. And then some of them sell it. So good for them.
I mean, that's what That's the Old Price does.
I think that's just like the new like version of like pumping stuff up.
It's not even pumping. What it comes down to is stupid people will lose their money every single time. It could be on fucking crypto. It could be on stocks. It could be on sports cards. Stupid people will lose their money no matter what. And I don't know about you, Kai. I've noticed this a lot too. A lot of people that I'm not going to say I'm friends with, but friendly with. Some are friends, but everyone seems to be starting a Whatnot channel.
Literally.
Or like buying and selling for Whatnot.
Yeah.
And like, I don't have the right personality type for that anymore. I just don't. I thought I was going to. I think I even mentioned it on this podcast when I moved. I was going to like start up a Whatnot channel and all that shit. I just do not have the type of personality needed to do it effectively. I'm not going to be like, come on, bro, let's go. It's a fucking miracle card. Bang. It's Cam Whitmore. It's a silver. It's a 9.
Yeah.
I don't know if Cam Whitmore's any good. Like,
no, I think that's the better comp of like the next thing that's happening is that.
Dude, Whatnot is really going to like, it's going to take a lot of quality people out of the industry, in my opinion, because they're just going to become like everyone else. And I legitimately cannot tell most Instagram accounts apart anymore because everyone's buying heavy and wants to cash you out, bro, and all that good stuff. I genuinely cannot tell most people apart.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because, like, I think most of the new people that have moved to Whatnot that we either know of or whatever, they're all taking the model of, like, the $5 card, putting it in a mag, and then the idiot buyers just run it up to, like, $15.
It's really it's kind of genius in a way, but at the same time I would never want to do it. I would want to finance the person to do it.
100%. I agree.
If you want to be the schmuck who wants to be part of the Extraordinary Cards Whatnot experience,
we need the sold too early Whatnot channel.
Fuck it, Kai, I'm down. We've had this conversation.
So down for that.
We've had this conversation multiple times. You want to be the poor schlep who does this shit? You got 2 backers here and probably 5 shadow ones behind us. Let's go. Bang, we take those. And you get no equity as well. You are a commission employee only.
So the funny part is, like, I think we're both being like so serious right now.
Oh, I know. This is not April Fool's Day prank. I am so down to finances. I don't want to fucking.
I don't want to touch it.
No, it sounds awful. I want to be an investor.
That's what's so funny is like it's done so well for people that like we're willing to say that, but we obviously don't want to do it. But like,
no, it sounds. In order for me to do this, truthfully, I would have to quit my job, and I'm teetering on that path. I'm a finalist for a job. I might end up leaving, but like to do it correctly, I'd have to actually quit my job fully. But at 28, I don't want to do that to sell fucking cards on Whatnot.
Well, you gotta think about it. Like, I think most people are either like that are starting out are probably like a 1 to 2 man operation. Like,
yep.
If they're doing these things where they promote them and they're like, we're selling the record number of singles in one night on Whatnot. Like, dude, they're fucking shipping like thousands of cards the next day. How is that possible?
Because it's hours of work. Can you imagine if you made a mistake shipping and you had to find the card that went missing?
Imagine you accidentally shifted each card one, like to the right on all the labels.
I did that with eBay by accident yesterday. I had 10 packages. I had the 10th package packaged up for number 1, and I caught it like quickly. I was like, oh, thank God. I caught it.
And then do that times 1,000.
Dude, it would.
And then they all get sent out and you have to fix it after.
Everyone, ship me back the cards. I'm gonna buy heavy, bro. I'm cashing you.
Bro, I swear, like he sends $1,000 card to the dude who won a $5 card and he wants it back. Like, no way.
It's surprising that doesn't happen more often with all the grifting and issues that happen with Whatnot. I don't see shipping errors happen a ton.
Yeah, I mean, I think what goes with that is like most of the cards they're selling is a couple dollars. Like I think if there is some sort of error, they'd probably just refund you, honestly.
Yeah, you think. But it's just so funny. I have tried multiple times to get some of my friends. Actually, you're in the group chat. My friend Reed, who is currently a PT aide. I've tried to convince him multiple times to sell sports cards. Does not have the personality type. He has more of a personality type of you. You're a little more subdued and quiet, but even quieter. He would be the worst person for whatnot, but it's better than me doing it, which I don't want to do. So
Yeah.
I've tried to work this for several years. He has not come around yet, but if he does, you can be a shadow investor.
But yeah, it's like it's tough because we know the concept would do so well. Like it's done well for everyone, but it's like we all know that we value our time more than for any of us or any of us just wanting to do it probably. But like we also probably value our time more than sitting there yelling and then packaging everything.
Dang, we take those. It's
You got to think like, what do you think they're paying these people that do stream for these bigger channels and stuff?
I gotta imagine, dude. Frankly, like if you're like Debut Sports or Michi or one of those guys, you're probably paying someone close to six figures.
Yeah, I would say yeah. If they're shipping too and everything, they have
Yeah.
to be.
I think you're paying close to six figures. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think that's shocking at all. If it truly is like you are supplying them with either cards or money or both, and they're handling the whatnot stream, the shipping, the promotion of the organic stuff, like it's a job. It's something I would never want to do, but it's a job. And maybe it's commission based, maybe it's 20% of the final sale per card if they're just the one running it or whatever else you do arbitrarily. But it's either a salary plus bonus or commission or just a straight salary. And it wouldn't shock me if it's over six figures.
Yeah. Thinking about it like just quickly in my head, like if you are one of those channels doing one of those, I'm selling 1,000 cards in one night or whatever, and you're on the lower end of stuff. So let's say you're selling like $10 to $20 cards all night. And let's say your margins are doubling up on all the cards just because you put them in a mag or whatever and they're getting bid up. Like you could really honestly do quite well. Like just thinking about it in my head.
You can, which is why like I thought about this a lot because I am going to move jobs soon. If I did this, it would have to either be like a 9 to 5 type job where it's like, hey, I'm live every day from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., then shipping cards and then whatever else. But it's more of like I would put a gun in my mouth before I did that. So
Yeah.
I can't.
It's a tough sell.
It's a really tough sell. I might not love my job, but to ship and organize and do whatnot maybe would make me a more miserable person than I currently am.
I mean, I think I'd personally rather package the 300 cards than stream for 2 hours.
I would rather package the cards 10 out of 10 times.
Yeah.
I don't mind packaging and shipping.
I don't either. It's really not that bad.
Put on a movie, make sure everything's organized. I kind of lay out cards accordingly beforehand, and like it's not therapeutic, but it's like it's calming in a way.
Yeah, it's relaxed. It's like not, you don't have to like think about anything. You kind of just label card next.
Yeah. I kind of think about like doing laundry. Like, I don't mind doing laundry. It's more just like, oh, this is like an easy thing to do, like turn your brain off. Like
I'd rather package cards and do laundry.
I think I'd rather do laundry.
And
I don't
the
know.
folding and putting it away is like the part that gets me.
Yeah, that's fair.
Obviously, that's like the entire part.
That's the entire point.
Yeah. But
moving through though that conversation. So Jeff Wilson's a fucking idiot.
I don't even. That's so.
So
annoying.
we have to talk about this.
So stupid.
So for anyone who's living under a rock, hello, welcome to the Sports Card Podcast.
Welcome to Earth.
Yeah, underneath the core of the earth, the magma of the earth. Jeff Wilson, sports card investor, made such an easy to see layup April Fool's joke with no effort, nothing that like would make you actually believe it was real, and you fucking lemmings still fell for it somewhat. I don't understand you. This needs to be a test. You need to be studied. How the fuck do you fall for this, you stupid motherfuckers? What is wrong with you?
I think that might have been the stupidest thing I've seen in a long time.
Like, this was yesterday, and I'm not even poking fun at Jeff. Let me make this clear. I called him an idiot because it's just so dumb. This was posted on the 30th. Any level of critical thinking would be like, oh, the joke here is that it's April Fool's, and he's giving you a day or two to like organically pump up what he's doing, which is what you fucking lemmings did. Then he posted his video, which I didn't even watch it because I knew it was going to be a prank. It's like, whatever. All right, cool. Like, good for you, Jeff. Like, you did the very obvious April Fool's Day joke, and you idiots still ate it up. Why? What is wrong with you? I get it if you're like a child and like your frontal lobe is still developing and you don't like get it. But then you have like 45-year-old men who like, I'm disappointed in you, Jeff. You pulled a fast one, April Fool's, I guess. What the fuck did you think was going to happen, you assholes?
Yeah, I hate even like giving this attention. It's just so stupid.
I hate it. It makes me so mad.
Well, the stupidest part of it is like, I think anyone who like does this even like remotely for a decent amount of time in their week like knew this was fake.
My niece is 3 years old. I think I could have convinced her this was a prank.
Quickly, I was gonna say, you can finish your rant in like 1 second, but like, I would love to hit on two things he actually posted after. I don't know if we were even gonna hit on them, but Barry Bonds having Topps Chrome Autos is sick, and then I really want to talk about the eBay grading thing.
Okay. The main thing I want to talk about the Jeff Wilson thing is I don't blame Jeff at all. I really don't. I get it. He's a businessman. He wants people talking about him. Like, that's like the only. This is feeding into his ego as well, I guess. But like, in some way, shape, or form, like these people crave your attention more than anything else in the world. I don't support him. I don't follow him. He follows me hilariously. I don't subscribe to his YouTube channel. I don't engage with Cards HQ. I don't go to his show. I don't go to his shop. I don't care if Jeff likes me or not. There's no support there. So if he blocks me and tells me I'm mean, whatever, okay, move on with my life. But I don't blame him for this. I blame the people for sharing this, which is the funniest part. You can do whatever you want, Jeff. Good for you. You sure got him, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised it got shared though. Like,
no, I guarantee you, like Roth and all the other like Pac-Man and who else like actually like an influencer.
I don't know. I don't think Ryan said anything about it.
I guess Ryan. No, I'll put Ryan in that. I'll put Jay in there as well. Actually, people who make sports car content with a notable audience are probably like, "Fuck, why didn't I post this sooner? I could have done it."
Yeah, I mean, we gotta give a shout out to Fry, our buddy Fry. He was the originator of this.
So I posted that and I wrote, "You lemmings will believe anything." So
OG Luka Doncic, Black Prism 101 right here.
Fry is one of my favorite people in sports cards. Because he truly is just like the actual goddamn maniac. The man just lives for chaos and to fight. Also, for reference, this video is from November 27th, 2020. So he did this meme better than you fuckers 5 years ago.
I gotta say, Jeff's fake copy looks way better than that one, though.
I mean, yeah. Fry also just destroys it. Like, you could have bought the Luka 101 on eBay for like $30. Now, I
have an idea, Dave.
We do this next year, yeah.
Oh, imagine being the guy that had a bunch of reprints before Jeff posted anything about this.
God, that would have been, dude, that guy made bank. I'll do that for next year.
Or stupid, Dave.
Oh man, it would have been so funny if the actual Luka 101 owner appeared on March 31st, like the genuine.
Can you imagine?
I would have been so happy. You know, like the Timmy Turner meme where he's like praying on his bed, like, please God, this would be so fucking funny. That's what I was praying for.
To my knowledge, the Luka still, no one knows where it is, right?
No, it's not been hit yet. Like,
well, it could have been hit, but we just don't.
This is all I wanted. Please God, this happens to me so fucking. All I want. I just want chaos, man. It just makes me so happy.
Yeah, I mean, it's stupid because like he even tried to like actually make people believe it by posting it like 2 days ago or whatever,
Well,
and
that was the
everyone
point.
just saw through it. Like,
Right. Thankfully, yes, a good amount of people are like, "This is stupid. What is wrong with you?" And then I'm really more upset at like the 45-year-old boomers who just cannot process critical thinking. Children, I get. Fine. Children, whatever. Frontal lobe not developed, I get it. You're an adult. Come on. Come on. What do you think? Really? Really? Oops.
oh,
I vanished. Jeff got me.
whoa, you're KP2 cards now.
I was always KP2 cards
Oh,
guy.
oh,
That was the
well,
intro.
can we touch on the PSA thing?
So let me pull back up Jeff's Instagram. What are you talking about, by the way, with that?
So eBay is implementing, I don't know the start date, but they are implementing to where you can buy a card on eBay, never touch it, and it goes straight to grading.
Why would I ever do that?
Bingo. My thing is I already know what's going to happen. You can list on eBay with certain conditions if it's a raw card. If people start buying near mint cards on eBay and it goes through authentication and it gets a 5 or a 6 at PSA, you're telling me people aren't going to try to get refunds from eBay from those cards.
Like, I understand why eBay would do that from a business perspective. It's a vertical. They're
Correct. Yeah.
say, I get it.
It's not a stupid idea, but like,
no, from a business perspective, it's great.
Yeah.
But why would I, as a collector, flipper, let's be honest with ourselves, why would I, as a business owner, flipper, dirty flipper? It's flipper's a slur in our industry. But yeah, why would I ever take a raw card and just ship it directly to grading? You're gonna shout out Kurt's Card Care.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely geared towards like novice collectors, I would say, but like there's just definitely bound to be some sort of outrage here when people start getting these cards back and they're not grading what the condition of the raw card said it was on eBay after it goes through authentication.
That is a huge,
it's like chaos is inbound, guaranteed.
It's just so funny because once again, PSA continues to absolutely dunk on the competition. Like Beckett is fully dead and buried, and PSA is just dancing on their grave. Like Beckett is just so completely screwed, and this is just another feather in the cap of PSA. And I guess it's SGC.
But like my thing is like, this is water on the bridge. Like I've talked about a million times. I've gotten so many cards through authentication that were labeled as near mint and past authentication that had dings, creases, like bent corners. Like, and there's gonna be some sort of like, I don't know if lawsuits too extreme, but when people start doing like thousands and thousands of dollars of cards with this and they get back 5, 6s, and 7s that aren't near mint, like I feel like they're not really thinking about this. I don't know if there's language that prevents that from happening, but
it's just so interesting too, because like I have fully admitted multiple times on this podcast, I prefer the moral gray of life. That's just kind of how I am. Like if I have a quote unquote damaged car that I want to sell, I'm going to send it to a consignor. And now if people are going to buy from consignors or list on eBay in general and sell,
and grade them,
and grade them, like you have so many potential issues for not fraud. It's the wrong word.
No,
but like,
there's not really a good word. Like deception, maybe. I don't know.
Deception is the right word. Now, I'm not telling you I would do this, but I've also come on this podcast multiple times and said I'm shocked that cartridges have not gotten robbed. So I'm not necessarily the beaker of morality. So don't come at me saying I'm a bad person, because I kind of am. But I've at least been honest about that from the start. So
yeah, I don't know. I think so like weird about this stuff. Like I'm already thinking like if you buy a card and it gets graded like pretty quickly or whatever, and the grade is way lower than you thought, like what if you try to return it? Like
what if the card gets stolen in transit?
What if the card gets stolen on, I'm assuming eBay would probably just cover you, but
probably.
But like there's so many things that like I don't know if they like are ignoring, think the average person isn't gonna care about this stuff, or if like they didn't realize that like so many things could just be like argued and complained about with this whole process.
I just don't think they care, which is what it comes down to, in my opinion, at the end of the day. Like they see money and dollar signs, and they'll get people to do it, but that doesn't mean that it's going to be effective for like anything over like like $500, let's say.
Yeah, I mean, if you're buying a $5,000 card off eBay and sending it and never touching it before you get it graded. Like I think that's pretty dumb to begin with.
Well, I think the average person is pretty dumb. So
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so interesting to me because like Collectors has now taken over PSA and SGC. They have a connection with Golden. They have a connection with eBay. Like, it is very interesting to see what's happening in the sports card world as more and more companies kind of merge into the same conglomerate.
Yeah. I mean, I don't personally like use much of any of that. That's like morphed together, like how you can like vault stuff and, you know, now you can create. I don't really do any of that type of stuff, but I definitely use them all individually. And like, I don't know, I would do the same thing if compared to what they're doing. Like they're probably doing everything I could think of. Like,
no, it's I commend the business side of it because it's incredibly smart. Like, this is how you grow your verticals. You have connection to the auction house. You have connection to the grading company. You have connection to the platform where people buy, sell, and trade. You have connection then to the distributor. I don't know if Topps and Collectors Inc., whatever the title is, like have any kind of formal agreement or not, or Panini or whatever. Like, it's just incredibly smart to, like, as a vertical, own a little bit of everything. And I commend that as a business perspective. From a collector, it's trash and it's really bad.
From an educated collector.
The more educated you get in this industry, the less you feel good about it.
They're making it as easy as possible for the uneducated collector to get recycled through every possible little dollar they can give to any of these companies.
Dude,
like,
I mean,
by the single click of a button on all of them.
Well, I mean, we've had this conversation before about cards. The life cycle of a nice $250, $300 2-color on-card patch auto game worn of something is very simple. The card gets hit. A flipper ends up acquiring the card, whether it goes from eBay auction or at a card show or anything else. A card flipper owns that card. It then gets sold to a repacker who packages it up neat and tidy in their mag and their sticker, and that card gets hit for way more than it's currently worth. It goes back into a card show environment, and the cycle repeats. That is like the average $250 or $300 card where it's like, it could be PC for someone, sure, but it's basically cash adjacent, and it will continue to cycle and move indefinitely throughout the sports card world for years and years and years, especially if it is a on-card 2 or 3 color patch auto of a decent player, pretty good player even, where like, oh, that's a great like main card for this. It's not a chaser, but it's a quality card I'll always need.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, there's nothing like really that would even kind of alter that from like being how it is. Like, unless repackers just stop buying cards, like it's just always going to be like that.
1 second, sorry.
Oh. Dave has something more important. He's getting his phone call from Elon Musk right now as he is appointed the head of Tesla. Congrats on your new job, Dave.
Thank you. It's also my wife. I was like, I have the podcast. No. You try and plan things and then people don't always remember. But she's also a teacher, so like I get it.
Are you blaming her right now? Is that what I'm getting at?
I'm blaming her. Yes, I'm so busy and important. Look at me. But yeah, dude, the average card cycle for a quality item just like is continuously cycled from repack to dealer to repack to dealer to occasionally someone randomly buying it at a card show, but then selling it on eBay or whatnot or to a repacker. And it just, dude, it continues indefinitely. Like, I guarantee you, I have owned probably 50,000, if not 100,000 plus cards in 10 years of existence on Instagram and eBay and everything. Like, I guarantee you there's still cards that sold before COVID. They're cycling through repacks right now.
Yeah, well, there has to be. Yeah, I mean,
like,
for sure.
I bought trash, don't get me wrong, but like, I've also bought quality items that have been worth money for years, and I guarantee they're not in their forever home. Some of them are, but I guarantee a lot of them aren't.
Yeah. No, I think there's very few cards these days that like, well, when you think of like the big picture of how many cards there actually are, there's very few cards that are in a forever home or whatever. Like, you know,
yeah, you could throw out like 99% of cards.
Yeah, probably more than that, honestly. But.
I know, but like I'm ignoring base cards and like veteran. Oh man, it's a Ryan Jeffries 12th year base card. I really am excited for Mike Yastrzemski's 7th Bowman card. It's trash.
Yeah, it's something.
It's just a wild world out there, and it ties back to like what we started this episode with of like, as you know more, you care less, and it's not good. I don't recommend it, but it's like once the bubble is burst for you, you see the world differently, and I envy those who are unaware of how bad it is, but you will be better once you see the truth.
Damn, Dave's a conspiracy theorist.
Is that that's not a conspiracy when it really is true?
No, I mean, it's just tough because like at that point you're almost like telling people how to do cards.
But we are in a way. I
think if they wanted to do it the stupid like a common way, like I mean you can't stop them.
No, you can't stop people from themselves. But I think that there's something to the fact of like, you know how like you have those gurus who like sell fake courses with like Lamborghinis and like whores and like make sure you follow my course and get 6 figures immediately, bro. And your dick gets huge. You know those type of people?
Yes.
Yes. It's like that. But rather than selling a course, it's like, here's like critical thinking steps to make you better. And it's free. And it's like, well, shit. People don't want to do the work.
You heard it here first, guys. Dave is making a course.
I am not good enough with people to have a course taught about sports.
It'll only be $5.99.99.
That is some Speedy Carlista work right there. I am so fucked when Speedy gets acquired one day and they just like go through like my social media history. I am going to jail everywhere. They won't let me out, man.
Yeah. Better start deleting.
Nope, I'm just going to embrace it, dude. I have no alibi. Anyone I've ever been in a group chat with is going to be like, yeah, whatever he said or did, he definitely did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Not going to deny it.
I don't deny it either. Listen, I am of the opinion that most things are pretty funny. And there's a few lines that can't be skirted by, but have you considered the fact that it's really funny?
Oh, Dave. What are we going to do with you?
Nothing. Let's talk some baseball. So the Atlanta Braves, Kai, what the hell happened?
I don't want to talk about baseball. Next topic.
The Yankees are doing well.
No, I mean, I don't even, dude. I don't even know. Profar is doing drugs. Ronaldo Lopez is hurt already. Acuna is not going to be back for another month. Strider's not going to be back for another month. We haven't won a game. We scored like 5 runs.
Your entire team's batting under 200.
Yeah, I think we have like 1 hit with a runner in scoring position and through 5 games. Like
that is impressive.
It's just not looking good.
I mean, it's 5 games. It doesn't really matter.
We're about to be 0-7 after we finish the series with the Dodgers.
You're gonna win 2 games now just because baseball's stupid. You're gonna score double-digit runs tonight.
Dude, we have Chris Sale with reigning Cy Young pitching tonight, and we're like plus like 600 or something.
You're gonna score double-digit runs because baseball's stupid, and like that's the great thing about it. Do not be shocked if that happens. I will not check.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we'll probably make the playoffs. Like we're good, but like it's just not gonna be a good.
It's 5 games, dude. It's 5 games,
and it's pretty telling 5 games.
Sure, but Rafael Devers is not going to bat 0 for the year with 250 strikeouts. I hope he does. I've kind of enjoyed it, but
I mean the Yankees. I don't even. What are you guys like 3-1 or something?
They're 3-0.
Oh, they lost a game now.
No, they just beat the shit out of the Brewers and had 2 days off. Which I don't know why, but whatever.
I think they usually build in off days early because the weather is usually pretty bad.
Yeah, it looks like the Yankees are actually playing the Diamondbacks. I tried to buy tickets for one of these games. It was like it was like $2 to go and like something like
you think you sent it.
Yeah, I would have easily gone for that. Like, oh, they're playing Pittsburgh soon too. That's interesting. But it's I don't know if it's gonna line up with Skeens. It could, but like My wife hates New York City. I don't blame her. I hate it too. She hates the subway. It's really gross. But
You don't like the homeless people like doing stuff on there?
no, I don't. I did go into the city this weekend though to go see Broadway. So I'm all cultured and stuff.
What did you see, Dave?
We saw The Great Gatsby. It was quite good.
Oh, it's a quality one.
Dude, right? Did you read Great Gatsby in
Yeah, I watched the movie too.
That's so funny because yeah, I read the book, watched the movie, then obviously I was gonna watch the Leonardo DiCaprio one. Did not do it. Did not even bother. It was good though.
And the book was it was a required read in like 10th or 11th grade, I think.
Did you have to read Animal Farm?
I did. That's so funny.
I didn't read Animal Farm.
Really? We had to read that. We had to read 1851 or whatever.
Oh, George Orwell.
Yeah.
Didn't read that either.
We had to read a lot of stuff. That's funny. We had two of those that were kind of similar.
To Kill a Mockingbird.
Kill a Mockingbird. Yep. The one where he shoots Lenny.
Oh, of Mice and Men. That one's
Mice
really
and Men.
That one's really sad.
Yeah.
We read Tuck Everlasting, which I'm not sure I've ever heard anyone else read.
No, Catcher in the Rye.
Catcher in the Rye. Yep. Tuck Everlasting was an interesting book because
I've never heard of one.
It was they were like they were immortal, and I don't know. I actually just Googled it quickly. What was it about? It was like a family in the woods who like a guy finds them, like falls in love, and like obviously he ends up dying because he's a human. And like the girl like is really sad about it and like keeps visiting him. Or it's actually an incredibly sad book. But
what about the one where the brother or whatever turns into like a giant cockroach?
Don't even know what you're talking about.
He like turns into a big bug.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know. I'm not gonna bother looking it up, but
I will also throw out there Flowers for Algernon, also a very good book. These are like all the books I've ever read, by the way. I've read the books required for school and like the strategy guide for
Metamorphosis.
Never heard of it.
That's the one with the cockroach. I looked it up. I was curious.
That's funny. No, but all I've ever read in my life. These books and the strategy guide for Ocarina of Time. That's all I got.
I used to read those for oh god. I don't remember what it was.
Pokemon Emerald.
Yeah, I used to have a few of those.
Yes.
Yeah. No, you know what the best book was? I don't know if you're in your time, you're 3 or 4 years older, but when you guys had like the book fair at school, did you have
we had those.
The best books were the world record books.
Yep. No, and Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Yep.
Those are classic. I mean, once again, and it's funny that we have this conversation too. Like I'm a little bit older than you, but like technology wise, there is a big difference. Because I know that you mentioned that you got a smartphone in middle school.
Yeah, around then.
Yeah, I think mine was like 15 or 16. Like I had one of the old texting phones.
I had the one that like
the buttons, like the K9, whatever it was.
Moved up and then the buttons were there or whatever.
Yeah, I ripped all the buttons out of my first phone. Because
psychopath.
I'm just the worst kind of person. I've not gotten better ever since.
How did you even do that?
Because I'm a fucking asshole. And for like a month before I got my first iPhone, I had a phone with no buttons on it. One of my brothers had like these are like the cool like switchblade phones. Let me see if I can find.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
it's like a Razor. I think. Hang on, switchblade phone Razor. I think it was a Razor. Man. I don't know if I can find it. These are some deep pulls. I don't know. Doesn't matter. The point is, he snapped that one in half. It's shocker.
What was going on in your household?
Dude, let me make this clear to you, by the way, Kai. In my family, my parents think I'm the quiet one.
Hey, at least we're not out there scalping Pokemon cards at Target.
Dude, I would bully my children if they were scalping Pokemon cards. It's just so weird to me, man. I just don't get it.
Get it, but I also think it's really weird.
Like, I guess I'm guilty too, because like I buy a sports card, I raise the price. I'm a dirty scalper.
It's so different. It's not even the same thing.
It's different in a way, but it really also isn't.
You're not buying them at retail.
be so much better though, man.
Oh, obviously.
Listen, I will never forget COVID times going to Target looking for prison boxes.
I know.
And then seeing people pull guns over basketball cards.
I'll never forget 2017 with Tatum and Lonzo was like the only year I ever like actually opened the bunch like retail, and I did so good on that stuff. The prison, it was like really good product. Honestly, you get a lot of silvers.
I pulled the 1 of 25 green Pulsar Tatum.
Yeah, the green Pulsars and the red Pulsars were in the retail, right?
Yep, pulled 1 of 25
pink
Tatum
too. Out of 42.
Yes, I think that's still around, but I'm not sure anymore.
Yeah, I remember I got a red Lonzo out of 25, and then I got.
Is he playing? By the way,
I couldn't tell you, dude. Probably.
I saw him in a commercial. I'm like, that's impressive. His knees have not given out yet. Lonzo is. He played this year. He played 35 games. Wow.
I think he came back around the trade deadline.
Oh, he hurt his wrist. Okay.
He got hurt again?
He's day to day.
Oh, man.
But he's also not played in a month. So it's day to day asterisk.
What a guy.
Listen, that is someone who I thought was going to be a poor man's like Jason Kidd or like a good.
He was really good before he got hurt. Like really good.
I thought he was going to be like a good Ricky Rubio or a poor Jason Kidd. And he didn't even meet those expectations, frankly. He really ended up being like Ricky Rubio.
I mean, if he didn't get hurt, I think he would have been there. But
did Ricky Rubio ever make even an All-Star game? Hang on.
I don't think so.
I'll tell you right now. Like that's the issue, dude. With
I think Marc Gasol probably did from that team.
He did not make.
Wait, am I stupid? Was Marc Gasol even on that team?
This is Minnesota, so no. You think of Petrovic or something like that? I'm
thinking of Kevin Love.
You're thinking of Kevin Love then?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, the 2011 Minnesota Timberwolves had Nikola Petrovic, Kevin Love, Wesley Johnson, Wayne Ellington, JJ Barea. Yeah, I remember this team.
And Marc Gasol was Grizzlies.
Yeah, and then he went to like Toronto or something. Yeah. It's so interesting, man. Listen, I obviously like more specialized in like game worn patch autos and like stuff like that because like it has such an incredibly high floor. But even I'm dabbling now in more rookie stuff when like the margins make sense. But like I would never confidently own any of these players like for years and years and years. It just scares me.
No, I mean definitely agree. Besides Matt Ryan.
But like you're actually a Falcons fan. Like if the Giants drafted like Shadur, I wouldn't buy his cards.
Yeah, I mean, I want a nice Penix to like put away, but I just know they're never gonna be as much as they are unless he wins like 3 MVPs in a Super Bowl.
Which like, and Kai, obviously he's not going to, but like if he even won like 1 MVP or Super Bowl, let's say, his prices would still be down.
For the record, I would so take that.
What?
1-1.
No fucking shit. What?
I
would have killed for Daniel Jones to be good.
I would be thrilled for the rest of my life with that. Just for the record.
You don't say, really?
just so everyone out there knows.
But like once again, what I was gonna say is even in a world where he does the Matt Ryan, he goes 15-1, wins MVP, takes shit, or 16-1, I should say.
Whatever,
yeah. Like his prices would still be down from his rookie highs.
Yep.
Like I saw a manga vertical at 4K right now in Discord. Like obviously it's not going to happen this year or next year, whatever. It could be 5 years from now.
That's actually an interesting point though, like because a lot of the quarterbacks from the 2000s, 2010s didn't have any of that stuff. So does that stuff actually hold up better than like the NTRPAs and what Prism and whatnot? Then how does that compare? Even if they do end up sucking, like.
It's just so interesting to me. Like I would much rather own any kind of like game worn patch auto of any of these QBs, Burrow, Herbert, Allen, than any other rookie stuff. I'd rather own that.
Oh yeah, I don't even think does Joe Burrow even have a game worn patch auto?
I literally do not know. I know that Josh Allen has one in
patch auto.
Yeah, it's like 2018 NT football. It's like the Colossal, I believe, is game worn.
I was gonna say I mean. They're not. There's probably 5 to 10 quarterbacks right now in the league that have a game used patch, if that.
I mean, Mahomes has one.
Mahomes has one. Josh Allen has a couple.
Yeah,
Lamar, Lamar probably has a couple.
Like Josh Allen has like Father's Day patches that are.
Yeah, he has the nameplate thing.
Yep, which Zane has.
Lamar, I've never seen one. I'm sure he has some though.
Yeah, I don't know. I've ever seen a Herbert game worn patch auto.
Herbert, I don't think so.
Burrow,
probably not.
I've not seen it.
Trevor Lawrence, don't think so.
Nope.
Like
Tua, nope.
We're gonna go an entire generation of quarterbacks here that don't have game used cards.
I mean, we could extend that out. Does even Russell Wilson have a ton of game worn stuff?
He should, but he doesn't have a lot of cards in general. So that definitely, yeah. I think like 2015-ish, like Mariota's year, and Winston's kind of when they stopped making game use stuff.
But like that's unacceptable.
No, I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm just saying there's like a missing like decade of cards for these quarterbacks.
Yeah, I understand that. I'm more just saying like the fact that people got that to be acceptable, like this is player worn, not even like
there's no way you clicked on that thinking it might be game worn.
No, I didn't. But I'm just like I'm pulling up examples. Authentic memorabilia.
It would have to be a Seahawks card, I would think, right?
Oh, 100%.
There's no way there's a Broncos card or something. Like that Spectra might be game worn.
I'll check in a second. That doesn't have it. Let's see if the Spectra is. Oops, that was college. Hilariously, the collegiate one might have a chance of being game worn.
That's actually pretty true.
Like, this is player worn.
Wow, that was probably like our best bet.
Like,
yeah,
it's we have allowed ourselves to become this way. Like, this is a collector's fault. Man, good thing Jersey Fusion exists.
Oh wait, is that Luminance card actually game worn below that one?
I'm going to doubt it. Because people say game worn and it's player used, and it's like, this is the same thing. Yep, there it is. Knew it.
Yep.
Fucking asshole. Like,
that's actually kind of interesting. I've come across a lot of people that don't know that player worn isn't game worn.
Player worn. Good job, idiot. Just so stupid, man.
It just sucks if we like collect any of these people. Because like we've talked about, like the NTs and the cracked dices, like they're all going to come crashing down one day. What's the card a collector's actually going to want? The game worn patch auto. And there's just literally nothing.
Nope.
So what do you then resort to if you're collecting him? Like I don't even know. Like just an on-card auto? Like what would you even want?
It's a great question. Yeah, I think it's the second year of these. There's one game worn.
Ew, is that Panini Black actually game worn?
I'm going to say no.
That's a gross.
Hey, look. No, I'm right.
Ew.
Wow.
What's funny is like that'd be one of those where I could actually see it being game worn though.
Game worn? Question mark? Nope. Authentic memorabilia. Yeah, what did you do?
I would almost check like sold. I feel like you'd have a better probability.
I know. I think this one's actually game worn.
I'm gonna say no.
Game worn.
Wow.
Well, there's one.
Seeing the price tag like reflects how rare they are. Like,
yeah. For whatever reason, like I knew there was at least one that was colossal.
You said colossal too, yeah.
Yeah, I knew. I thought it was his second year. It was fourth, but whatever. Because there's some guy on Instagram who goes after them.
That's super interesting, actually. Like a black, like a single color jersey auto from his third year or whatever. It is $1,000.
Yeah, it's
just because it's game worn. That's so interesting.
But like, people want to pay for it, and I get it. Now this one is player worn. Shocker. I mean, Mahomes has.
Dave. That's what the title says.
Mahomes, I know, has game worn collegiate.
And then he has that one Super Bowl patch, right?
Yeah. Like, this is game worn. We both were talking about this. This is the one that Zane had. Like, that's a game worn jersey.
So fucking stupid that they put it in the national pack. What's fucking more funny about that is that was just like coming after his rookie season, too. So they were on track to start making game use cards, and they just stopped.
They don't care. And I get it because people like these idiots will eat it up. Like Tom Brady has game worn patches from.
He has them out the wazoo.
Yeah.
Like,
I guarantee this is not game worn.
there's no chance that's game worn. It would be more than $40.
Authentic memorabilia. Wow. Like, Jesus Christ, guys. It's just so stupid. It makes me so.
It just sucks. Like,
we deserve.
I know as someone who's going to collect Michael Penix, he's never going to have nice game worn cards, which just sucks unless things change. But
why would it change? People are willing to buy it
I
up.
don't know. That's why I'm like, I love picking up like game worn Matt Ryan stuff. Like, I think at a certain point, it's just gonna. I'm not going to really resell it, but like at a certain point, it just it's going to be extinct.
Game worn. Player worn.
Yeah, I think like an autistic 5-year-old could have told you that wasn't game worn.
No shit, I know. The funny thing is, this is actually game worn.
Yeah, those cards are actually game worn.
And the crazy thing is, game worn during the Super Bowl. I'm gonna watch this.
Game worn pants from the Super Bowl.
So I've owned similar cards of like Tyreek Hill and like
I was
Travis
gonna say you
Kelce.
had a Tyreek Hill. I remember that card.
I did. I got it from Jack.
That's actually pretty sick.
But like
now you're gonna have to do the whole explanation thing when someone wants it. But like,
here's the thing though, is this is at auction ending at 2:17 on Thursday. I'm going to cut this part of the episode out so you can't bid me up. But like, Jersey Fusion sucks. Don't get me wrong. Jersey Fusion is absolute dog shit. No one actually likes it, whatever else.
why are you still talking if you're gonna cut all this out?
Yeah, you're right. Exactly. But the point is, like, it still does have game worn, notable players, actually the certification with it to prove that's game worn. Sells like shit. Why? Why does it sell like
from
shit?
the fucking Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Dude, can you imagine what a Joe Burrow game worn NT shield from the Super Bowl would sell for?
6 figures.
I don't know.
High 5 figures.
I would say like 10 to 30,000.
I'm gonna say 50 because it'd be the first game worn that you'd see of him.
It would sell for a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. And
then,
I guarantee this. This sells for under $1,500.
I was gonna say around 1,000. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna bid over 1,000.
I'm gonna bid over 1,000.
All right, bid over 1,000. But like once again, like I guarantee these pants were not that expensive relative to what you could get out of it from all these patches. Like it's and don't get me wrong, I didn't have fun moving the Jersey Fusion of Tyreek Hill in from the Super Bowl as well. But it's still Joe Burrow.
It's also like just different like caliber of like card.
I know.
Joe Burrow's something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just so interesting to me. But you know what? We deserve this. This is our fault. We do. We deserve this. I'll just check my homes and we'll wrap up. Because I know he has a couple.
Yeah, I think he has like a 2 or 3.
This might be the one that's game worn. I know it's player worn. Stupid asshole.
I don't think he has any college cards game worn, does he?
I think there's a flawless one that was. I could have sworn there was a flawless one that is.
You know what? Those booklets might be game worn, or are they not?
They used to be. Down and Dirty was an awesome set from Playbook.
That's why I said that maybe check it. I don't know.
Hey, guess what? It's
player
not.
worn.
Yeah.
That's crazy. They used to have like grass stains on them and stuff.
I have a Muhammad Sanu game worn.
Yeah.
Inches one like that. It's sick.
There's one. I think that might actually be game worn. You just went past it. PSA 10. Keep going. Right there.
I'm gonna say it's not. Player worn.
Man, I'm suck at this.
It's just sad. Like it's really funny that we can make a game out of this and we all lose. You know what the funny thing is? There's a better chance the Leaf is game worn.
Those are definitely game worn.
Like there's a better chance these are actually game worn. Game worn.
What does Leaf even do? Like not game worn?
It doesn't matter. But the fact is that Leaf has game worn Mahomes stuff.
And you could probably win that if it was ran at auction for $100.
Yeah, because Leaf, no one likes Leaf. That's why no one likes Jersey Fusion as well. It's just so funny.
Honestly, the Jersey Fusion ones, I don't know. They make them look stupid.
No, they're very stupid. But hey, there's another Jersey Fusion right there.
I would check sold again if we want to find one on Mahomes.
I will. I'll check in a second, but it's just so funny to me, man. This is one of those things I actually am passionate about. Where like,
me too. I mean, I like to collect stuff. Like, it's just cool.
No way, that's game worn. That's a rookie.
No.
These are rookies. Rookie. That's game worn. I know that for a fact.
Which one?
The Kelsey. That's game.
Oh yeah. That one. Is it that one with Joe Montana game worn?
I think Montana's game worn. I believe Mahomes is player. They are both player worn. It's just the biggest piece of dog shit. And we deserve it. This is our fault. Guarantee that's player worn.
Go up a little bit too.
I will in a second.
Yeah, there's no way that's game worn.
Player worn. Yep. Flawless.
Go up to the keep going. The out of 5 limited.
Oh. Limited's always funky. Dude, XR has some game worn stuff.
XR has game worn, yeah. It's always these weird ones.
Player worn.
I give up. I suck.
I want to let me quickly see if I can find the. I mean, I'm not gonna be able to see the back picture of it, but I think that there's one flawless patch in Mahomes that is.
You could try game worn too.
I believe these are game worn.
Oh, it's the second year? Okay.
I believe these are. Well, it's collegiate. I could swear he has one that's game worn. Oh, let's see. That's player worn. Damn it. I could have sworn there was one that he was, but whatever.
I think he might really only have the flawless card.
It's just a joke, man. It's just the worst.
Well, that almost makes it interesting. Like, if he does end up being the GOAT or second to the GOAT with Brady, and he has two game worn cards ever, should you buy him now and put him away? Like,
there's when I owned one of them, the guy who bought it for me has a couple, so it wouldn't shock me if he's just doing that.
Yeah.
But like at the same, it's just like they're 2 color relics. It's just like, all right, they're cool. They're gonna sell for more, but like,
yeah,
it's just annoying.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think that's everything I want to talk through. Kai, anything else?
No, I'm good.
This is a good episode. I actually feel like we did a lot.
You don't think we normally do?
I think we usually go off the rails, and we did, but then we actually brought it back. I was impressed. All right, next week let's get on like Mikey or someone too. I want to bring more guests on.
Yeah.
All right, thank you guys for watching and listening. Next week, probably gonna bitch about something else. Bye.